Tigger warning and DMCA takedown warning combined video will be built this week. I will be putting up a video that you can use as an intro to your entire channel, in my opinion, or to all your videos. You're allowed to do that if you still have branding ability. What it'll do is it will insert a video that says trigger warning, don't watch this, you know, basically a Monty Python montage. As in, when you see that, you're not allowed to flag the video for some reason because it's a disclaimer, and you just rate your videos 18 and over. That means a person would have to sign into YouTube and Google, claim to be a grown-up, and then, oddly enough, be compelled to act like one by not being able to flag a video with the warning done in OCR-friendly characters on the screen, followed by a Monty Python, do us both a favor and don't watch. And the second part will be the anti-DMCA takedown that says, I'm going to be using other people's work. I'm entitled to do this, and I'm claiming that right. Apparently, our rights have to be claimed every 5 freaking minutes. Otherwise, corporate can acknowledge that someone has the right to take them away because their rights and feels are more important. Next, I'm going to get on to a couple of rants. What does a goth chick, a transgender chick, chickette, chicklet, and every atheist on YouTube all have in common, along with a female neo-Nazi? All of them have the right to free speech. And all of them have the right to be free from getting doxxed and getting professionally doxxed or job doxxed. Laughing witch. Jenny McDermott. Most likely Anita Sarkeesian. Definitely Anita Fuentes. Probably Paul Begley. All of these people have something in common, along with hundreds of others, including an ass ton of Black Lives Matter people that went after a bunch of people this week. And I'm going to make sure they go after me, because look up J.J. Luna's How to Be Invisible subsection homeless. I don't know if anybody gets this, but I'm going to have a lot of fun watching them try to dig up where I am, since I've left a bunch of breadcrumbs, and watch them bump into each other. Last time I got told that I'm a CPA for some reason. When I go through the checkout line at a store, once in a while, someone will look at me. The best one had to be the kid. Couldn't have been more than 10. Looks up at me and says, "Look, Mama, a hacker." Seriously, is it the glasses? Is that it? Is what does it? The fact that I made them? Okay, we're going to talk about oversensitive jerks flagging your channel, your videos for I've had my feelings hurt, which is literally the new policy at YouTube, and all the other policies. And then the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Everything is made with the same goal in mind. When you're flagged or threatened with your channel getting shut down, you're not allowed to find out who did it. Who in their right mind? Oh, I made the assumption that someone at Google was just being corporate. Large corporations hire the cheapest labor they can find to get something done. That means they use interns, college-age interns that don't ask any money, because their goal in mind is to infiltrate every corporation and institute thought police. Yes, that's actually what happened at YouTube. It wasn't Anita Sarkeesian showing up. It was that when she was walking in, she could wave at people she knew. Yeah, Gamergate, go look that up too. Black Lives Matter? Yes, they do. Trigger warning. Your organization is a terrorist organization. Go to hell. Some of you idolize someone who's a cop killer. Wear t-shirts wearing it. And that's special. So the goth chick who does makeup tutorials, gee, a goth chick doing makeup tutorials, who ever heard of that, got threatened with professionally doxing or job doxing her by contacting the makeup manufacturer and saying she said something they didn't like. Assuming a large corporation who's being very heavily promoted, I guess, I'm not even sure that's happening, I never noticed it, by some goth chick, isn't going to check her videos and see what the hell they're talking about, or maybe even contact that person and say, would you mind specifying which video? Chick's got hundreds of videos, mostly promoting our products and other people's products, probably. You mind telling us where you're getting this from? I'm sure they got crickets back, because that would mean the person would have to acknowledge. It also means that maybe, just maybe, after they got the response and found out it was BS, they can hand the information over to the person being attacked. Oh, that's right, corporations don't do that. Actually, they do. Many corporations, not social networking corporations like YouTube and MySpace and Facebook, real companies that don't want to be sued, especially if they're employing you, if they receive a complaint from someone trying to dox your ass, they're legally obligated to give you the information, because if they don't, you can sue the living crap out of them. So, hey, I'm all in favor of getting that information out. So this person complained about me by contacting my boss and doing this. Hey, Laughing Witch, how did that all work out for you? Now, that wasn't the person who doxed the goth chick. That's another universe. No, that was some Black Lives Matter people. Now, another person who complained about Black Lives Matter, that would be the transsexual chick. They started harassing her openly on the net and posting death threats. Now, instead of letting people like me archive all that stuff and then forward it to the local police stations for those Facebook and Twitter handles, so that they had to go through what I put some people through in Salinas, California, the channels went dark while this person took care of it the right way and then came back up and said, it didn't work, I'm not going to stop posting. Now, let's do the other end of it. All the atheists that have ever posted anything that got chased after by Venom Fang X, remember that guy? Yeah, he's still up there doing the same crap because he can't help himself. It's a freaking religiously driven compulsion, or maybe it's just a compulsion and it's redirected to religion, but he can't help being a Jenny McDermott in male form. And he did the same thing. And now all of these have one thing in common: the enabling nature of YouTube or any other social network not letting you meet your accuser. In a court of law, you're allowed to find out who accused you of what you're being accused of and what you're being accused of. On social networking, large corporations have lawyered themselves, or social justice warriored themselves, social justice lawyers, into refusing to tell you what the hell you did wrong, who said it, and for how many cookies. Half the time it's from being paid to do it. Other times I gotta wonder. No, I don't. I find out later. I dig it up. And this has been exposed. I just can't find, for some reason, the postings, because Google doesn't seem to be able to look them up when I look them up. Former employees saying, yeah, we're totally guilty of it, and that's why I quit. So let's preview here. So far this week, trans chick, pseudo-conservative, most likely libertarian lives matter. Goth chick lives matter. Atheist lives matter. Because all of these individuals, not groups, went out of their way to force oversensitive, censorship-based thought police to stick their nose in the mud again and shut up. And even at YouTube, which is now stocked full of interns that are cheaper, because that's how large corporations get away with higher profits. They don't hire qualified people. They hire impressionable minds to bend to their will and then find out they've been infiltrated by an entire hedgehog mommy of ideologues and idiot logics that won't go the hell away and want them to do certain things. Creepy drivers, creepy. So, friends, thank you for joining me for this roadside service with Reverend Hardcore and Fenton Mud Slinger. Now we're going to get to the news of the day, or the muse of the day. This will be the actual proper thing, but I just wanted to bring up the reason all the social networking is doing this is the social justice warriors have been infiltrating, because they'll just offer free work. Therefore, anybody who would be trying to get a job at these places is ignored because all the interns show up, and they're usually college age, and they want to control the largest scale distribution platforms for information that exists, the internet itself. Look for one of them as your new cable guy. Not with a bang, but a whimper. News of the day. SecureTeam10 got backlashed for actually posting the origin story of the myth of how Nibiru, Planet X, Wormwood, whatever, became a popular subject to fearmonger. That's it. Why does anybody deny that would happen? Well, Wiseau and all of the Wiseau heads got mad at this, saying he wants everyone to believe in UFOs. Yeah, because SecureTeam10 and everything associated with it is a giant bag of fail from Carparticus. That's just to the left of Uranus. And even he, a huckster from hell, can't stomach the idea of someone watching a Nibiru video and deciding it's better to kill their children and then themselves to send them to heaven, which has happened. Unlike showing people pictures of alien probing gray aliens, ouch, and all this kind of BS, telling people the world's going to come to an end and trying to convince them not to look outside and use their own eyes and see that it isn't, convincing people who may be emotionally vulnerable and convincing them to kill everybody because they are part of now a death cult of the internet or other. That's just wrong. So even SecureTeam10 exalted leader had to stomach saying that's a hoax, actually pointing fingers, and not so tongue-in-cheekly, maybe pointing at himself. UFO probes. Alien proctologists. The fear-mongering asshats strike back and start down-flagging and complaining, and I wonder when he's going to get doxxed. Now remember, I'm not nice to SecureTeam10, and I've had a lot of fun tracking down where he makes 2 videos on the same day and says they're not in the same location, and I prove it because he doesn't understand that the location he picked had too many roundabouty images taken, and I was able to prove it. But he posted a factual video. Yes, my tongue will burst into flames. The world's coming to an end now. Hell's frozen over. Not really on the world coming to an end, but the 4th circle of hell just got a little colder. Planet X madness. Giant rogue object headed for Earth, hurtling to Earth. We never said it was going to hit the Earth. We just said the Earth was going to be destroyed when it came near it. Even he had to say, no, this is bullcrap. Even though 5 months ago he was riding the bandwagon and then figured out after looking at the comments, no one's going to die, and I mean, even he had to debunk his own shit. What's the backlash when you're part of one of these huckster campaigns? Gee, this isn't going to tie in with the social justice warriors at all. Same shit. Let's review. Any group of people that feeds off of, let's say it all together, fear, ignorance, anger, and hatred. Just throw those together, because I'm talking about Black Lives Matter too. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They can't stand facts, and God help us all, I'm going to say this, and I know my head's going to explode. SecureTeam10 not only included a link in the video, it corroborated what they were saying, and it isn't from some whack job site. So anyway, that's the sound of my brain exploding. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.